Greetings, 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 and welcome to Heal Talk Tuesdays with Liza. It's so good to be here with you, isn't it? I'm going to wait just a moment for some of our viewers to show up, and it is great. We are second week in August, and I don't know wherever you are. I hope that you are doing well. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Liza, and this is the platform that I come live every Tuesday, 12 high noon, and I show up. We talk about things that we want to talk about: healing, we want to talk about health and wellness, and different subjects in life. So, what is it that we want to talk about today? If you don't know what I do, by trade, I'm a clinical hypnotherapist, and I've been working for the last 23 years. Actually, 23 years ago, I stumbled onto this. Actually, I didn't even stumble. You see, 25 years ago, I found out that I had my ovarian cyst for the third time, and my OBGYN, my doctor, recommended that we go and have the surgery again, and it would be my third time that I was going to have the surgery for ovarian cyst. And at that time, I was working at a law firm and been assistant to attorney as a paralegal for over 8 years. And at that law firm that I was working, when I went back, I was in tears. And the HR director asked me if what's going on and why I'm crying. And I told her how I just came from the doctors, and the diagnosis was that my ovarian cyst was developing larger. The first one was 9.2 centimeters, the size of a grapefruit. And the second time that I had surgery, it had grown to the size of an apple, 8.7 centimeters. So excruciating pain and all that. And when the pains and everything was starting, I knew something was off. I just didn't think it was that. Anyhow, she sent me to an acupuncturist. And it was the acupuncturist that on our second session, he just sat me down and said, I want you to read this article. And as I read, it was about hypnotherapy helping with ovarian cyst. You'll be surprised, right? I was too. Now, that was over 25 years ago. I found a hypnotherapist, and I went to her not knowing anything, hesitant, not knowing what's going to happen. Actually, I was a little bit weary. It's like, what is hypnosis? How it's going to affect me? The same questions that I have of my clients. That I say, do you know if you have gone through hypnosis? How does it feel? And do you believe you have been hypnotized knowingly? You see, most of my clients, before they come in, they have the same question. What is hypnosis? How does it feel? How does it feel to be hypnotized? Am I going to be asleep? Will I know what's going on? Are you going to knock me out? So those are very valid questions, because it is the unknown. And yet, you go in and out of hypnosis every single day, which is another word for focused attention, another word for trance state. So it was through that hypnosis and hypnotherapy, and within 5 to 6 sessions, that I healed myself. And I never needed my third surgery. Right? There is a whole direct correlation in our mind and our body, and a lot of people say mind, body, and spirit. But truly, there is a deep connection. Even last night, I had a room on Clubhouse. We were talking about, does it take a mindset? Is it heart set? Is it core set? Is it skill set? What is it? that we need for a change to happen. So in life, we go through changes all the time. I'm sure you do. Every single day there's a change. As a matter of fact, every minute, every hour, we have a change. You move, you have changed perspective. You move your hand, you have changed the trajectory, the whole environment from where it was. Even the air changes. You change your clothes, you change your hair color, you change your hairstyle. Change is inevitable. So when we change for the better, or we think it is for the better. Hello, Samaro. Welcome, welcome, and thank you for being here. Oh, you are so precious. Talk about change. Even you are going through changes, and I want to let everyone know change is inevitable, but how we cope with that. Today I wanted to talk about exactly that. Expecting, and then appreciating, and then embracing, and then evolving, and embracing change. And most of us are afraid of change. No, I don't want anything to change. I like it the way it is. I don't want to rock the boat. But every aspect of you, did you know that your skin, you shed skin. So even your body changes. You're not the same as before. You're not even the same from last year. Even through COVID, we have gone through changes. And you know, for people who could not handle it and they were going through anxiety and everything, now that I talk to them and they say, I don't know what I was afraid of. I think I was more afraid of, I don't know, than I was afraid of dealing with getting sick. So it is the unknown that we fear more than what we know. Does that make sense? We are more afraid of what we don't know than the things that we say, okay, I get it. Show me, explain to me, so when I understand it, I can deal with this. So that's exactly what I do. When you go in that hypnosis, which you go in and out every single day, driving a car, you go in that trance state, in that auto zone. I like to call it auto zone in an automobile. Ha! That's a new one. Does that make sense? You go into that autopilot, piloting your car. Do you hear all this? It makes sense. It rhymes. Not only it rhymes, but that's what we do. So once you learn how to drive a car and you sit in your car, you never think how I'm supposed to put it in drive, how I'm supposed to put it in park. You literally, you don't put the car in neutral and hoping that it will glide to where it's supposed to. You shift the gear into drive until you are ready to stop, and then you put your foot on the stop, on the brakes, in order to stop the car. And then when the light turns green, automatically you may be thinking about something, you may be talking, you may be singing with the radio, or you may be listening to an audio book, right? But subconsciously, you have been ingrained in your subconscious mind that when it's green, it's go. When it's red, it's stop. Even when you get to a stop sign, you stop. Why? Because it's been embedded. And after a while of driving, you don't think twice. So, all that to say, hypnosis is a natural state. So I had a client yesterday that she came in And she has been experiencing skin rashes. So it's becoming flaky and flaky. The first thing I ask is, and she's been scratching and scratching and scratching, and she had created all this negative fear factors in herself. Okay, my skin is peeling. It's not normal. I've gone to the doctor. They gave me all this medication. It's been happening for the last few weeks. And she's on medication, topicals. It didn't work. Now they gave her all the medications to help her with her nerves. And that caused another problem. And so all in this loop, we go into a state of relaxation. She sits, we talk, I listen and listen. And as I guide her into that deeper state of relaxation, asking, so what's going on? Because skin is affecting our biggest organ. And the biggest organ in your body is really there to protect you. So when you get rashes, when you get flakes, when you get something, it's not only looking at, yes, it's the sun, it's the effects of the sun, or what's happening if you're not having enough water, nutrients in your body and everything. But skin, if we go deep, what we say is what's crawling on your skin or what's crawling under your skin. That's what we did. Asking her that emotional connection to what's happening. What does she believe it's crawling under her skin? Because in her conversations, a few times she said the problems that she's having, the anxieties she's feeling. And lo and behold, as she's in that state of relaxation, going deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper into just allowing herself as visualizing what is festering under her skin, that all this is bubbling because it was like flakes. Sometimes we get it here. And that's beyond looking at the medical or just surface things that if you have pores that are clogged due to lack of water, lack of it's scrubbing, washing, and it's clogged up, or when you sweat a lot and if your hygiene is not proper, it gets clogged up, and that's why we scrub. She's been having a lot of emotional flustering due to some things that was happening in her relationship and walking on eggshells and not releasing, expressing all that. So she had been just stuffing a lot under, and it was eating at her. And as we come to express, it was like she started scratching. And I said, go ahead, let's scratch the surface of what's going on. So it was not only this relationship, but 2 other relationships in her life that went much deeper to the time that she was in high school. And that there was a traumatic effect that had happened and occurred to her in her senior year. That the moment she thought about it and she started scratching so hard, and it's connecting that moment, that what happened to her, and it's not that what happened to her, but it's what she saw. She was a witness to something traumatic. And because throughout the years she had not expressed it, about 6-7 weeks prior, she had witnessed something that without her knowing about it, without understanding what's going on, her body went into reaction. Bingo. Bingo. You see, our body is immersing and holding on to messages that most times we are not aware. And I can call it and say, yes, it's the surface, and yet sometimes the messages are very much skin deep. So what we do, and what I did, is help her, guide her. We do this technique called timeline. It's not happening at this very moment. So let us ask your subconscious, which holds all that information, which is the platform, which is the storage of all information, and has all the answers. And by doing that, it was beautiful. Just beautiful. Understanding that what occurred a few weeks ago, a month and a half ago, was direct correlation and parallel to what happened to her in her senior year. That's it. And once we had an understanding, she emailed me today and saying what a powerful session she had, and she would like to come back and clear more. So here's what happens. Louise Hay, which is one of our biggest mentors in the world of healing your body, and she has many books, Heal Your Body. And I never knew who she was until I healed myself 25 years ago. And when I started doing this work and naming my company HealWithin, is because I healed within. And years later, I found out that there is a whole book and about Louise Hay. I met her in many conferences. As a matter of fact, I was with her, not with her, but I was privy. I was fortunate enough that I was one of the people, because of the work that I do and so many of the conferences I had attended, that she was there. And I do have a picture with her. She was an icon in the work that we do, connecting the mind and the body. She too healed her cancer through guided visualization and hypnotherapy. It is powerful. This work is powerful. You can learn the tools, the techniques of how to heal yourself and have this doing self-hypnosis. That's what one of the things that I do is I teach my clients how to do self-hypnosis. The same way as if I can do self-hypnosis on myself and hypnotize myself, have root canals with absolutely no anesthesia, right? And have root canals go all the way to the nerve. They're drilling and I'm sitting there as if I see everything, I hear everything, no anesthesia. And so many people can do that. And so many cannot even conceive the thought of that. So, I was privy to be in the presence when she was having her 90th birth date celebration. And it was absolutely beautiful in San Diego. Why am I bringing this? Because the mind-body connection, working with cancer, insomnia, anxiety, weight loss, smoking, fears, phobias, OCD, EDD, not only with adults, even with children. Sometimes things that may seem odd and unique to a medical doctor and they can't understand why, the answer may be it's lying right there within you. You have all the answers. Your subconscious mind has all the answers. And if you have a broken finger, you do need a doctor. But if you've got an irritation that is not going away, or it keeps coming back over and over, every few weeks, every few months, every few years, it is that same continuous irritation, dis-ease, discord, or an experience, or getting into that loop of, being in a relationship that it's not good for you. Let us discover. So today's message was, change is inevitable, but understanding when you make a change, it may come back, but when you transform, when you truly evoke what was, to embrace the reality and go and evolve to what it is that you want, is taking you from the pain point to the gain. And that is the work that I do. So today, everyone says, so do you have something you're going to give away today? Yes, of course. Every week. So today, you can receive a gift. And what is the gift? The gift is you. By all means, all you have to do is 818, text HEAL, and you can be gifted with a 30-minute consultation with me. And you never know what can happen in 30 minutes. You may have an aha moment. So text HEAL to 818-221-2797. If you are ready for that change, if you are here, you're listening to this on on another time, and no matter when, I want you to know, taking control and taking ownership is the first stepping stone for you to be all that you want to be. We all have gone through it. I have gone through it. I have gone through my own traumatic experiences to be where I am. I healed within. Now I help you help. Yes. Guide. Support. Hold space. No matter what. So when I say I'm the expert hypno coach, is because I utilize coaching, treating you as a whole, as well as utilizing the powerful tools of hypnosis to delve deeper, evoke it, embrace it, so that you can evolve. You know why? Because you do matter. Every essence of who you are matters. So thank you for being here, being a part of Heal Talk Tuesdays with Liza. For a moment, I even forgot what date it is. So Samara and everyone who is watching, if you are here present, thank you. And if it's on a replay, I hope that I see you next week. Samara, love you, girl. You are doing amazing things. And it doesn't matter who is present. Remember, you are a gift. Until next week, I wish you all the best. Text HEAL to 818-221-2797 and embrace change. Talk to you next week. God bless you, and may the universal light surround you. Bye-bye.